What's up, everybody? Patrick LaRouge here from Evolve Restorative Therapy. You can find me at livepainfreeprocess.com. I'm here to help the super athlete and the athlete at heart eliminate pain, all based off the basics. So today, what we're going to be talking about is all about your painful, achy upper back. That's what we're going to be breaking down today, and why it happens and what's the fix for it. So, common thought that everyone has is I tell them, oh, I'm a massage therapist, I'm a restorative therapist, and the first thing they have to do is they grab their upper back and say, oh, I needed help so much. You know, as I'm working on clients, they also tell me, oh, Pat, you always find that spot. That spot is always there. Majority of people say, oh, I hold a lot of tension in the upper back. There's so many people out there that hold achiness in their upper back. It's just there. Here's why. All right. Think about it this way. The way a muscle works is it intertwines and opens and closes like a door, right? There are certain muscles that just contract, and then there's certain muscles that open. So depending on where the muscle tissue lies, on the from anterior to posterior, your body's going to tell you two different things. One's going to be more prone to open, one's going to be prone to close. In short, I always tell everybody the anterior side of our body is overused. So a common action for a muscle is to contract. So these muscles all in the front of you are always going to contract. Your anterior side will contract. Close, and their dominant action is to keep you closed. It's also there to protect your vital organs. It's also elicited with fight or flight. That's a whole different conversation. I can just go crazy on that. So the more these muscles contract, the more the back muscles open. Are you starting to see it a little bit? There you go. So when a muscle contracts, it's just like a closed door. There's not much blood flow that comes through. But when a muscle opens, that's when the toxins have room to start opening and letting out all the screams, all the craziness that it says, like, oh, I'm in pain. It starts really communicating, I'm in pain. I have this toxin that needs to get out. I need to be cleaned here, all sorts of way, because the doors are open. But if you can get those things to open and close, you're consistently clearing out that muscle, so that muscle now can stay in that open position somewhat, but not consistently scream. So think about it, as the door opens, your body has room to communicate with you. Now, if you leave that door open ajar, it's going to be screaming at you consistently. So that's where you have to realize the anterior side of the body versus the posterior side of the body. Depending on where we are and how we're working, we're always going to consistently leave one door open or one door closed. So take the concept of you sitting at a computer. You sit at a computer like so, and then as you get more and more into it, you start rolling your shoulders forward, you start bending forward. Just because you're getting into your work is one easy reason. Just getting into your work and you're here, and that starts opening your back. So your muscle tissues start to open, and there goes your reason why you have an achy back. So you have to start learning how to do the whole posture thing and straighten up. But the bigger picture is you have to get the opposite muscles to stop doing what it's doing, or you're going to keep on getting what you're getting. So unless you get your anterior side to open, you're never going to get the posterior side to stop screaming at you, right? So let's actually give you a visual so you can see how those muscles in the upper back actually stay open, okay? Let's zoom in on this real quick. So what you want to think about is, as you start to understand the posterior side of the body is your traps. There's other things here, but this is the easiest one that you want to work with. The natural job of the traps is to pull you in. As it starts to pull you in, it contracts. Now remember, that sliding aspect. So right now the doors are closing when they pull in. And that's why when you fixed your posture and you open your chest, your back feels better because you closed the door, right? But unless you get la 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 la. Unless you get the pec to close, like so, because you see how this is always pulling you forward, especially pec minor. Now, pec minor rolls you forward like so on an internal structural level. So this is not just rolling you slightly. This actually rotates how your scapula moves, and it holds you there. So the people, when we have consistently always tight rolled shoulders, this is your culprit. This will roll you forward all the way. So let's show you a bigger view here. Pec minor will roll you forward. That's just one aspect. And I'm going to go through this constantly because this is so important. This one muscle will rearrange everything on how the upper back actually functions and actually talks to you and how often it talks to you. So you can do your pec stretches all you want, but if you're only hitting the top layer, your pec major, you're always going to be stuck here. So you'll rotate the shoulders back, but you'll have that winged scapula. That's going to be an indication that your pec minor is still stuck, but your pec major is open. That's going to be a key indication. Once you start realizing the easy concept, the basic concept of if something in the front of your body kicks in and you don't get the back of the body to kick in as well to bounce it out, your back of your body, because it's the open and the pec is so much stronger and we're so much more dominant, it's always going to scream. Let's zoom back out. All right, so that's the concept I want you to understand. The basic concept is if you have an achy upper back, if you don't get the pec to open up, you're never going to get the doors to actually close. See that? So we're always going to be rolled forward. Even if we get the pecs to open, we're going to still have here, we'll have this winged scapula. So we need to get everything to open up. So now your chest is nice and big and wide, and it's structurally that way, not just a fake structure. Once you get that to happen, upper back achiness will just go away all on its own, because now it has a chance to balance out the way you stand, as well as those doors now have a reason to close as well as open. Hope this one helps you guys. If this one helps, please pass it along. Somebody else needs to hear it. As well as, if you guys are not part of the newsletter, come aboard. I'd love to have you. I love answering these questions. And until next time, folks, bye.